Today, we will revisit a video series that I started quite a few weeks ago. In that, and I'll reiterate, in my opinion, Michael Jordan is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the S tier.
God in gym shorts.
Yeah, that guy. I'll discuss moments I witnessed live that made me say, yeah, he's the GOAT. In my first installment, which you can watch here, click up there in that right-hand corner, I chose 3 pretty important events in Jordan's career that catapulted him into the top tier of the NBA. Today, I will revisit 3 more of his career moments, but before I get into that, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really just helps me out, keeps the channel moving. Michael Jordan, for whatever reason, is widely regarded as a bad three-point shooter. Now, he did himself no favors competing in the 1990 NBA All-Star Weekend three-point contest, putting together the worst performance till this day in that event, going an abysmal 5 of 30 for 16.7%. However, Mike wasn't a terrible three-point shooter by most means. Today's NBA average for the 3 balls around 35 to 36%. Jordan averaged 32.7% in his NBA career, which is only slightly south of the average and actually pretty much the same as Kobe Bryant's three-point percentage. So while it shouldn't have been such a huge moment, Jordan's three-point onslaught against the Portland Trailblazers in 1992 on his way to ring number 2 became a classic moment, meme, and even a gesture for some when they achieved something that most believe isn't one of your strengths. Known commonly as the shrug, against the Trailblazers in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Jordan went off, going 6 for 10 from the 3, and then famously turning to one of the cameras and shrugging as if he knew that wasn't meant to happen. Just the point that he finished the game with 39 points and averaged 35 for the series, not even getting close to that 3-point outburst later in the series, just showed how on any given night Jordan could torch you from anywhere on the court. This was easily one of the moments that I watched live, and if you watched during that time, you remember NBC replayed that moment over and over and over again, much like the famous layup against the Lakers a year prior. Absolutely a GOAT moment. Now, the second moment, and really moment 5 in my GOAT moments list, came during a period of Jordan's career where many thought he had completely fallen off. Yes, Wizards Jordan. Washington Wizards Jordan wasn't as athletic and dominant as the Bulls Jordan of 4 to 5 years earlier, but he was in his late 30s, coming off a second retirement, which saw him leave the game after the 1998 season, and he was on a less developed team, bringing in younger, less established talent to the newly named Wizards instead of known veterans to possibly work along Jordan to win another title. This moment, well, I'm sure most probably don't even realize it happened or kind of glossed over it, but I remember watching this live as it happened in Jordan's final season. The Orlando Magic, a solid team with the young Tracy McGrady and then veteran Grant Hill, played the okay but not great Jordan-led Wizards one night on TNT, and it was right before Grant Hill would have what we all thought was a career-ending ankle surgery. Before he did that, he and Jordan battled out one final time. Throughout the mid to late 90s, Grant Hill was a guy that at times bothered Jordan when he was defended by him. At 6'8", Grant Hill moved like a guard and at times played the 2 guard, which meant he spent assignments on Jordan. He decided that this game being Jordan's final season, he would try to go out with a competitive game against the GOAT. However, it ended up being a short night for Grant as he was demolished by the 40-year-old Jordan just the first quarter, where Jordan scored 20 points of his 32 points as the Wizards cruised past the Magic. I couldn't find any footage or images of that game, but even better, here's Grant Hill discussing that game that he probably wants to forget now.
First, and I'm blocking his shot. Like, I'm locking him up. Like, I'm doing my thing again. I blocked his shot like 3 or 4 times. Like, I'm having my way against him defensively. Now, granted, he's 40 years old, but I'm feeling good about myself. So fast forward a month later, we're in D.C. My ankle, we go to the doctor in Baltimore, and basically he tells me I'm done. Like, my ankle's, once again, it's not healed, it's broken, I have to have surgery. But I wanted to play against Jordan one last time. And so we're playing the Wizards. There's a TNT game.
Wait,
Thursday
don't you
night.
want to go out where you dominate him and you're blocking his
I'm
shots?
just thinking, my ego. Like, I'm thinking, I had him the last game. I don't need this little ankle. Just give me some. I
only need one ankle.
Give me a bunch of Motrin. I'm gonna go out here. And when I tell you, he torched me in that first quarter. Like, literally, he gave me 20 points in the first quarter on the same play. Like, he just ran the same play every time and did this, and I could not guard him. And so, literally, I checked out of the game at the end of the first quarter, and I didn't even go to the bed. I just walked back to the locker room. Like, I was done. Like, literally had surgery like a couple days later. But it was like, I wanted to guard Jordan one last time. And you're right, I shouldn't have. I should have just let that go.
Did he know you were a wounded animal?
He probably did, because he went at me
and he didn't care.
The same move. Like, he didn't do anything different. It was the same move, and I had nothing for him.
Jordan probably had your x-rays in the locker room.
He probably did.
He probably knew exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't send somebody for me to come back out.
The next moment that I knew, he was GOAT, came in the 1991 NBA playoffs Eastern Conference Finals. If you grew up watching Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls through the late 80s and very early 90s, you know that the closer and closer Mike got to the NBA Finals, he always had the big roadblock in the way that was Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons. Between Joe Dumars, Bill Laimbeer, John Sally, Dennis Rodman, Rick Mahorn, Jordan had a murderer's row of defenders and a Hall of Fame Isaiah Thomas to get through to finally get a chance at a ring. Each year it seemed Jordan would finally get over that hump, but the tough Pistons would just prove to be too much until 1991. This was the year the Bulls finally ascended, and for most of the decade, they never looked back. I refer to this series, and especially Game 4, which saw Jordan's Bulls sweep the Isaiah Pistons as the walk-off. As famously, with 7.9 seconds left on the clock and the Bulls on their way to NBA Finals #1 under Jordan, Thomas and the Pistons walked off the court, preferring to live up to their bad boy moniker and be bad sportsmen, not shaking and congratulating that Bulls team. Jordan averaged 29.8 points for that series and finished them off with 29 points in Game 4 off of nearly 65% shooting from the field. Definitely another notch on the GOAT's belt. So here was 3 more GOAT moments that I watched in real time and reaffirmed what most of us know: MJ is the greatest. I'm sure some of you witnessed his greatness in the mid to late 80s. So if there's any moments you want to drop in the comments section that you witnessed live, please do so, as I'd love to hear those moments that really caught you and made you a fan. In his 15 seasons, I've watched at least 10 to 11 years worth of Jordan live. So the Be Like Mike series will definitely continue on as I reminisce on past moments. Also, if you want to ascend to GOAT status like number 23, please like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps us grow and helps keep things moving as we continue to pour out more content. Hope you all enjoyed and hope to connect with you all very soon, as I'll be dropping more next week. Thank you all.